Hey, Product Boss. Okay, before we dive in, if you are ready to make more money from the business you already have, right? We don't have to get new customers just yet. We don't need to make more products. What if I told you that I had a free checklist for you? And it's called the Fix What's Not Working checklist. And in this, it's going to help you find the small tweaks that raise your revenue, right? Help you make more money without adding more products, without adding more sales channels just yet, and without the overwhelm. It could be that easy. So all you have to do is DM me the word fix at the Product Boss on Instagram, or we've got a link for you. You can either click the link in the show notes or head to theproductboss.com/fix to grab your free copy. And in that, we're going to dive into how we can fix what's not working in your business right now. All right, let's jump in. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Snyder, and this is the Product Boss Podcast. I've helped launch and grow thousands of product-based businesses, even one of my own. And over the last 20 years, I've seen behind the scenes of businesses just like yours. Whether they are makers, manufacturers, artists, or food and beverage businesses, I have spent so many hours studying it all. I've discovered what makes them successful, what mistakes they could have avoided, how did they turn their ideas into a successful business, and what are the strategies that they have used to make more sales and be discovered by more customers. And this is what this show is all about. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to become $1 million product boss, I'm here to give you the permission to chase your dreams, no matter how big or small. All you need is the right mindset, a little courage, strategy, and support, and you too can be the next $1 million product boss. Let's do this. Oh my goodness, friends. If you are anything like me, you probably spend more time running errands than running your business. Am I right? Like everything needs something. We got to run around. And I knew that this was like a major issue for me back in the day, which is why I decided to get help where I could. And I decided to let Instacart handle all of my grocery shopping. So I no longer had to worry about running all the errands and having to run out and get more almond milk for my lattes. Rather, I was like, you know what? We're just going to let Instacart handle that. So I want you to imagine skipping the store and getting back to designing, packaging orders, making, or maybe actually taking a break, even a nap. Remember those? Okay, so with Instacart, you can get groceries and essentials delivered in as fast as an hour so you can focus on growing your business without sacrificing a meal. Plus, less stress and more focus. And here's a tip. I've actually used Instacart before to order gifts from my daughter's friends' birthday parties because I haven't had time to run out and get presents. And I've been able to get the packaging, like the gift bag and the gift, like hello Sephora, delivered to my house while I was in the middle of coaching sessions so that I could have the present, right? It's like having a personal assistant without having a personal assistant. So if you want to do what I do and get the help where you can try it now if you head to theproductboss.com/Instacart. Hey, product bosses, quick check-in. Is your sales growth feeling stuck, like totally flatlined despite all of your hustle? Or maybe you're like, okay, this should actually just be harder. Maybe you're feeling like you're walking in mud and it's like, why does this feel so hard? Either way, if you're nodding your head thinking someone, please, please, please just tell me exactly what works so I can finally grow without grinding myself in the ground. Well, I've got something so good for you. Say hello to the Accelerate Your Sales podcast bundle. Okay. It's my absolute best, totally free playlist of episodes that'll show you exactly how to stop being the best kept secret, right? Let's get those products seen. Or how about expand your sales across multiple channels without overwhelm? Hello, abundance. Or create products your customers can't wait to buy over and over and over again. And it's going to really help you start to build your business with that clarity, ease, and joy, because growing your business should feel amazing, not exhausting. My friend, this is your shortcut to more sales, less chaos, and way more fun along the way. Grab it now. It's 100% free. I just wanted to make it super easy for you to find those episodes. You're like, which episodes should I listen to, Jacqueline? Here it is. And it's packed with pure gold. All you have to do is head to theproductboss.com/growth or click that link in the show notes and then pop into your email and let's do this. It's your time to feel the freedom, to find that abundance, and to get passionate about your business again. All right, I'll see you in there. Hey, Product Boss. Well, welcome back to the show. I'm Jacqueline Snyder, your product-based business coach and the founder of The Product Boss. And today we're going to talk about something that might ruffle a few feathers, but will absolutely change the way you look at your business. So perhaps you might be feeling, in order to grow your business, in order to grow your physical product-based business, you're going to need more followers, right? You might be like, I just need more followers. I need to become an influencer. I need to grow on social media. Or maybe if you're thinking like you've gone viral before and you want to go viral again, you're like, if I could just go viral once or go viral again. And you might also be thinking like, I need to get in front of more people. Well, today I'm going to challenge the concept of social media and growing your physical product-based business, because sometimes it's not a visibility problem, right? Sometimes it's not actually like the eyes you're getting on your business. Sometimes it is a sales engine problem. So if you're ready to dive in, let's get into it. So, how many times have you said to yourself, I just need to be seen more, or if I could just get featured, or if I could collab with an influencer, or if I could just spend a little money on ads, that you're thinking like, if I could do these things and do the traditional marketing world realm of all the stuff that people say, then I could have a better business, right? Maybe that's when I'd have consistent sales. Maybe that's when I'd hit my next level. But here's the truth. Visibility, even if we got you more eyes today, even if you went viral today, okay, the biggest celebrity in the world wore it and tagged you, you ended up with press, you ended up on the Today Show, it doesn't matter. And I actually just had a student of mine. She's so incredible. She was just on The View. Okay. She's a student in the Sales Accelerator. She's in my mastermind. Shout out, you know who you are. She made 6 figures in 3 days. So my student on The View, so she just landed this placement and she had all her eggs in the Amazon basket at one point, and then she joined the Sales Accelerator and she's been working with me over the years. And we really talked about like, okay, so if one of your sales channels doesn't work, what do? We need to add on other sales channels. So she really started to work on wholesale and then building her brand and really creating a great converting e-commerce website. So when she ended up getting on The View, she was able to generate over $100,000 in sales in just a few days. It was bonkers. Or I have students that were also in the Sales Accelerator that have been on Shark Tank. And one of them, they just re-aired their episode and sales just flooded in again. Okay. So let's say an opportunity like that happens for you. Okay. You could be a newer business, a startup business. You could make a few $1,000s. Maybe you're looking to hit your first $10,000 a month or your first $50,000 a month or your first $200,000 a month, right? Whatever it is, as you're kind of growing your business. The idea here is sure, we can get you more eyes. We can send a ton of traffic your way. But here's the truth. Getting more eyes is not going to fix what's broken in your business. So if your website isn't converting, then we can't make more sales. If your pricing is off or your margins are super slim and you're not making money, then you're not growing your business. If your product pages are confusing or the SEO is off or like it's just the descriptions and the photos are not that great, you're not going to convert. And if your best seller is not front and center or has a next step or a way to win back customers, it's not going to work. So all visibility is going to do, if you get it, is it's going to expose your leaky sales engine to more people. What does that mean? That just means like we're going to get the traffic, but it's not necessarily going to grow, right? We're going to get the traffic, but it's not going to convert. And all of this effort that you've put in is not actually going to do anything because you're going to get more eyeballs, but you're not going to have a good conversion rate. So sometimes you may not actually need more eyes. You may need to actually fix what's not working. So here's a core principle that we teach inside the Sales Accelerator, and I want to walk you through it today. So before we scale, before we grow, before we post, before we pitch, we need to audit. We need to look at our businesses and we need to fix what's not working. And so here's our 3-part sales engine check. Okay. First, we're going to look at attract. Are people finding you? Right? Are people searching for your product? Are they looking for you on social? Are they following you? Are other people talking about you? Right? Are you being referred? Are stores looking for you and calling you up? Is The View giving you a call? Because this student got herself on Nordstrom's.com. This student has started converting like a 12% close rate on wholesale, right? And so all of the work she's been putting out to attract more customers, it is now flipping over that customers are starting to find her, right? So are you attracting people? Do they know you exist? The second part is convert. So they know you exist, but are they buying? Right? Are your product pages converting? Are your line sheets converting? When you're pitching your product, is it converting? If you're on Amazon, is that converting? And if it's not, you got to ask yourself, why? Have I set this up the right way? Am I standing out in a crowded market? Am I doing the things that people are looking for? And then the third thing you want to fix is your multiply. What does that mean? So a lot of times, a lot of you think, and I teach this inside of my boot camps and my challenges, is like, you think like, I just need to get more and more customers, more customers, more customers, more customers. You're always looking to fill the top of your funnel versus are you getting the customers that are already buying from you to buy more when they're buying? I have seen people double their revenue without ever getting any new customers because they're either getting repeat orders, so they're raising the lifetime value of the customer. They're selling bundles or raising the average order value of the orders. They're getting referrals. People are talking about it like, oh my gosh, you have to go buy from this brand. Hey, friends. Okay, so I don't know if you're anything like me, but sometimes it feels like my self care routine is slipping through the cracks because when I'm juggling and wearing all the hats in my business and doing all the things, I mean, the last thing I have to do is like really fulfill that self care routine that my daughter's talking about. She's like, Mom. So listen, so when it comes to running a successful business, you can't really pour from an empty cup. And a lot of times that self-care is like one of the first things to get yourself recalibrated. So that's why I want you to meet Glossy. Now, Glossy is my favorite daily beauty supplement designed to transform your skin and gut health from the inside out. And I'm actually an investor in this business because I so believe in this idea of science-backed ingredients for digestion and skin hydration. And Glossy makes it really easy to look and feel your best without that whole 10-step routine in the mirror, the thing I don't actually have time for. All I have to do is simply mix a stick into my water and I'm good to go. So if you want to try this, because I so believe in this business, I think it's amazing. It's done so many wonders for my skin and my gut, which are two things that I need help with. And you want to simplify your wellness and your beauty, all you have to do is click in the show notes and you can use the code Jacqueline Snyder. So it's my full name. Use the code Jacqueline Snyder and I'm hooking you up with 15% off your order. So cheers to glowing skin and a thriving business. I just was at my sister-in-law's house, my brother's house, my sister-in-law's house, I say, because she had this candle that was the most delicious smelling candle ever. My daughter even commented on it. And my daughter's like, Mom, we should steal this. And I was like, oh yeah, we're going to walk it out of the house with a melted candle. But I was like, also, Willa, I definitely thought the same thing. So we're both like thinking the same thing. Like, this candle's so good, they'll never miss it. But in fact, what I did is I took a picture of it because someone was using the product. It was product in use and I experienced it and I was like, I want one too. So I took a picture of the candle so I could buy it. So here's what I see often. Okay. I see people who are hyper focused on attraction, kind of like what I was saying. Like a lot of you are so like, it's actually unfathomable for me to tell you, what if you didn't need social media? I say that because social media is a tool in your tool belt. It is not the only tool you have. It's just a tool that you get to use if you want it or you don't. You don't absolutely need it. So people are usually hyper focused on the attraction. I need to go viral on Instagram. I need more followers. I need TikTok. I need Pinterest, blah, 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 right? And how's that working for you? It's exhausting. I just coached two of my students today. I have a group coaching program that they're in. Today I was coaching inside of one of my boot camps. I mean, I'm recording this after a day of coaching, even one of my one-on-one coaching clients. And a lot of them literally say to me like, but what about social? Or they're in a program where they're learning about social, or they're seeing other people with social and they like, either they don't believe they don't need it, or no matter what I've said and the growth that they've seen, they go back to thinking, well, I need it anyways. But one of my students, she just doubled her best month. So basically her best month ever was $4,500. And then in July, she hit $8,500 in sales. She did this without social. Okay. She did this in July, which is not a best-selling month. And she literally had a conversation with me today and she's like, Jacqueline, like, okay, so can we talk about Instagram? And I was like, why? I was like, did you use Instagram to double your sales last month? She's like, no. I was like, so why are we getting distracted? So if Instagram, social media, TikTok, if those things work for you, great. But even Shanti of A Brighter Year, she's a multiple $1 million company. She is now a specific TikTok coach. Like TikTok was like, can you come mentor people? When I started working with Shanti a couple of years ago, she also didn't want all her eggs in the TikTok basket, even though she has a multiple $1 million company. And she still does not have all her eggs in the social media basket. It is part of her business. It is a good part of her business. It is part of her growth. It is her secret sauce, but she sells wholesale. She has collaborations and partnerships with people like Chip and Joanna Gaines and the Four Seasons and some incredible partnerships. She sells direct to consumer on her own website, right? So she's got all these other ways that she's working with people. So that's part one. Here's the other thing I see. They see that they do go viral. They do get the placement. They do have the celebrity. They do have people landing on their website, but they're not converting. And also they look at the multiplication factor of it and they realize, like, this is what I realize, that a lot of you are like, you're selling, but you're not following up with emails. There's not abandoned carts. There's no bundles. There's no upsells. There's no way to make more money from the people who already are buying from you. And this can be in person. This can be online. This is really anywhere. It's like pouring water into a bucket with holes in it. So what if you didn't need to start by attracting more and more and more people, right? What if when we were fixing your business, we didn't look at this at the more, but we thought, how about we just convert better for the people who are showing up? So if you've got an in-person booth, the people walking by, what if you sold more to them? The people who land on your website, the people who are buying in the first place, what if we sold more to them? Instead of attracting more people, what if we just converted better? So let's get real for a sec. If you've ever launched a product and had great engagement but no sales, it's not a product problem. It could most likely be a conversion problem. And if you've ever had a viral reel and barely any bump in revenue, it's not a content issue. It could be a sales engine issue. And if you've ever run a promo, but the average order value was still not what you wanted it to be, then that's an average order gap, right? We're missing the way to get people to buy more with you when they're buying. So the truth is, most of us are taught to hustle for traffic, hustle for sales, hustle, 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 instead of building systems that sell. And that's exactly what I want us to unlearn, right? That's what you're unlearning here on the podcast. That's what my students unlearn. Because the thing is they keep thinking it's this more, more, more factor instead of how do we fix what's already working? How do we close those holes in the bucket, right? So what if before chasing more visibility, you asked, is my business ready for more people? Is my business ready to scale to that next level? Some of you are like, I want to go from $20,000 to $80,000 a month. Great. Are you ready for that? Some of you are like, I'm just starting out and I want to grow this. Great. Are you ready? If you're at $2,000 a month, you want to get to $10,000. Great. Are you ready? Are your product pages converting? Do you have bundles and upsells? Is it clear what your bestseller is and like people know how to find it? Are you making offers weekly? Do you have a promotion calendar, my friends? And are your emails actually converting? If not, you don't really have a visibility problem. You have a sales engine problem. And what I'm talking about right now is your current sales engine, the main place that you sell. But the good news is it's fixable, right? But it starts by shifting from the question right now, as you're listening to this, is how do I get more traffic? We want to shift it to how do I convert the people that are already coming? How do I convert the people who are already buying? How do I convert the people that are already standing in front of me? So now you might be thinking, okay, but what and how do I do this? Like, how do I fix this? I've got you. So I put together a free Product Boss sales checklist to help you spot the leaks in your sales engine fast, right? It's totally free. I'm going to drop the link in the show notes for you to go ahead and click that, and you can get the Product Boss sales checklist to help you spot the leaks in your sales engine fast. It's totally free, totally free. Or come on over to Instagram, follow me, send me a DM. Then the DM can say sales fix, and I'm going to get you and give you the Product Boss sales checklist. Okay. I'm going to walk you through it, and we're going to talk about all the different things so you can stop guessing and start fixing. So if this episode gave you clarity today and you're like, oh, right now I don't need more eyeballs. I need to convert where I'm already selling. I need to convert better, right? If it helped you realize that your problem isn't necessarily visibility, it's your sales engine, I'd love to hear from you. Come on over to the Product Boss on Instagram. So at the Product Boss, send me a DM. Tell me what part of your sales engine needs the most love right now. And if you are loving these, leave a review for the podcast. It really super helps me. It helps us get in front of more customers. It really lets me know that we're on the right track with the content we're putting out there. And like I said, we've got this sales checklist for you to make sure that you're not leaking sales, but rather we can plug those holes so that when you do get more eyes, when you are leveling up, when you want to take this to the next level, it's all handled. And the conversion issue, we're starting to plug those holes so that you can sell more. Right? And you can handle the influx. So that way, if you're on The View or you're on Shark Tank or something goes viral, you're ready for it all to come to you. And you're going to be able to do that. Now, some of you are like, wait, hold on. What's the Sales Accelerator? Well, we're going to be opening the doors again in September, and I'm going to be actually supporting so many of you as we walk through the holiday season together, right? The most beautiful season ever. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out for when that opens up. But until next time, keep going, my friends, and you are building something beautiful, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. If this episode has you thinking, maybe I don't need to do more, maybe I just need to do what I'm already doing better, then grab my free checklist, Fix What's Not Working in Your Business. In this, you're going to map out exactly where to focus, how to raise your average order value, and what sales levers to pull right now without adding any more to your plate. How do you get it? Well, you can DM me the word fix over on Instagram at The Product Boss, or go to theproductboss.com/fix to download it now. And of course, the link is always waiting for you in the show notes.